We're going to pass another historic rescue package to help American families through this pandemic.
I'm doing this to demonstrate that people should be prepared when it's available to take the vaccine.
And Washington approves a second coronavirus vaccine. Those are today's top 3 stories. Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for joining us on KREM 2 News First at 4. I'm Tom Sherry.
It's good to have you here with us tonight. I'm Tim Pham. Whitney is off. Let's get right to those top stories now. Millions of Americans could begin seeing stimulus payments as soon as next week. Congress is expected to pass a $900 billion coronavirus bill anytime today.
Yeah, the measure includes $600 direct stimulus payments to individuals that make under $75,000 a year and a $1,200 payment to couples making up to $150,000 a year. An additional $600 will be made per dependent child. That is similar to the last round of stimulant payments. It also includes $300 per week in federal unemployment benefits to supplement state payments over the next 10 weeks. We also know that the bill contains rental assistance, food assistance, and money for schools, vaccine distribution, and $300 billion in aid for small businesses that have been forced to shut down or limit their business.
Yeah, it also extends the eviction moratorium through the end of next month. In the meantime, federal lawmakers say part of the holdup on today's vote is a computer glitch that affected the printing of the bill.
And with just about 2 weeks left in the year, it seems likely that the earliest Americans might see a stimulus payment would be early January of 2021. For the latest updates on the second round of stimulus check, just text the word money to 509-448-2000 and we'll get you caught up to speed. Well, here at KREM, we have created the vaccine team to help guide you with the facts.
This afternoon, we're learning more about how vaccines will be allocated in Spokane County.
So here's what we know. Spokane County says they still expect to receive the full initial allotment of 3,900 vaccines this week. They say they've received a portion of that allotment, and they've also been assured that they'll receive all of it. The reduction will be applied to a second allocation of vaccines, but with the state approving the use of Moderna, another COVID-19 vaccine, the county expects more providers will be able to receive shipments. The county also says it will take time to move through the phases of vaccination. However, everyone who wants to receive a vaccine will be able to do so eventually.
Well, that second vaccine approval came from the Western States Scientific Safety Review. The work group is made up of scientists and health experts from California, Washington, Nevada, and Oregon. They've reviewed the data and analyzed the studies released on these vaccines. It's another level of assurance of the Pfizer and now Moderna vaccine.
It's really remarkable that we've come up with 2 so far that have been as profoundly effective as they are and that really appear to be very well tolerated.
Dr. Dunn says it's important to note the side effects, but to remember that they're mild compared to the fight against COVID-19. He says he got the shot on Saturday.
Now, there are some differences to note between the Pfizer and Moderna vaccine. The key thing to remember is you can't mix and match these vaccines. Both vaccines require a second shot. Pfizer requires doses to be taken 3 weeks apart. The Moderna one requires 4 weeks between shots. Anyone 16 and up can get Pfizer's vaccine, but patients must be 18 and older for Moderna. Now, storage really is the biggest difference. As far as storage goes, Pfizer's vaccine must be stored in extremely cold temperatures, while Moderna's can be stored at warmer temperatures, just in a standard refrigerator, which should make it easier to distribute in rural communities and in poorer countries around the world.
Turning to North Idaho now, the Panhandle Health District says they're expecting their first shipment of Moderna's vaccine this week. The health district covers Idaho's 5 northern counties. They are expecting 4,200 doses of the Moderna vaccine. Panhandle Health says they'll continue to focus on vaccinating local healthcare workers first, and that now includes dentists and dental hygienists. Last week, the district received nearly 2,000 doses of the Pfizer vaccine. More than half of those doses went to Kootenai County alone.
It's been going well. So we haven't received any reports of, severe adverse reactions or side effects. We're just happy that people are eager to get this vaccine. And, you know, the quicker that we can get through these shipments, the quicker we can get it out to the general public.
Panhandle Health says healthcare facilities will have a choice on which vaccine to give their employees, provided there's enough supply. The district adds that they haven't heard when they'll receive their next shipment of the Pfizer vaccine, but they have been told more doses will arrive within 3 weeks. And new at 6, coming up at 6, we're hearing from a small group of rural hospitals about their battle against COVID-19. As we discovered, that hospital this weekend says they couldn't accept any more patients until their situation improved. Well, let's pause and talk about weather because today is the winter solstice. Look at that beautiful shot. A live look at downtown Spokane on a Monday afternoon. No signs of flurries out there, and we're just 4 days away from Christmas, or as I like to say, Tom, 4 sleeps away. So let's turn things away to Tom Sherry now. Tom, any chance for a white Christmas?
No, but no.
Aw.
I'm sorry. Right now, anyway, no. But hold on here, folks. We might have a white Christmas weekend, meaning Saturday, the day after Christmas, looks like we could see some snow. That could always speed up, but right now, it doesn't look like it. And my gosh, no snow flurries outside right now. 50 degrees is the current temperature. Winds are out of the south-southwest at 15 miles per hour. Keep in mind, though, we have a wind advisory in effect across the Spokane area until tonight at 11 o'clock, down into the Palouse, where we could see wind gusts up to 50 miles per hour. We'll look for that wind advisory to stay in effect through about 6 o'clock tomorrow morning. So very windy conditions expected this evening. The radar looking pretty darn dry, as you can see. When we take a look at the day planner forecast, look for increasing clouds as we get into the later evening hours. That's when we'll see the wind develop. We'll see the rain develop as well. And we'll look for maybe a chance of some rain and snow showers overnight, mostly though over in northern Idaho with a low of about 30 degrees. Tomorrow, continued windy, although not as windy as we expect to see tonight. We'll look for a daytime high of 39 degrees. You know me, I'm always looking ahead to the weekend. Here we go, Saturday, chance of some snow. This is the day after Christmas, so maybe you get to try out the new skis, the sled on some fresh snow. 36 will be the daytime high. I've got partly cloudy skies on Sunday and a high of 36. We'll check the rest of your 7-day forecast coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, Tom, thanks so much. Well, true crime fans, listen up. You can get your fix on the go with the new KREM 2 podcast. It looks into one of the most shocking and bizarre cases to happen here in the Pacific Northwest in recent history. Our very own Jen York and Taylor Vito are behind the podcast called 1 Foot in the Grave. You can binge all 4 episodes right now. You can find it on KREM.com. To download, you can just text the word podcast to 509-448-2000. And just so you know, it is available on iTunes, Spotify, and Stitcher.